Okay, I'm gonna switch topics quickly.
Okay.
What do you think about Cam Newton?
Cam Newton. Well, of course, you know how I feel about football players. Of course, I feel like that's a whole different industry. But for me, he said too much questionable stuff. He was a football player his whole life. I think that says a lot. Even when he was notably, let's bring up when he said he goes to the strip club for other men.
For me,
And I just
yeah,
felt, I was just
yeah,
like, okay, like that to me was just like they always do a lot of stuff that I talk about. Even just his whole demeanor. Like I feel like he want to be Basquiat as well, just like Jay-Z. And I know we probably definitely can talk about him, but I just feel like it just, yeah, he just don't give what. And I feel like we would have never knew this had he not got a podcast. When he was a football player, I feel like I view him as masculine, but once he got a podcast and I got to see more of his personality, it was like, yeah.
So what are women to do then? If all these niggas get, what are women to do?
I always tell women like a lot of women are starting to just not sleep with men, but I think it's just more about. I think there are straight men out here. I just don't think they're going to be on the internet. That's why I always tell women stop getting on dating apps. Stop looking at these social media men because I do think that a true straight man isn't going to be so much into like necessarily what we're doing.
Entertainment, you're right.
Yeah, like I mean, let's just be clear. Like entertainment,
And
and
that's
then
gonna draw feminine men just because it's
yeah,
you want to be the center of attention.
yes,
Yeah,
attention seeking. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like even like people go live or just that's why I was like a lot of women only find men on the internet. Like they have to get back in real life. Like get out, put yourself out there. That's why I always tell them like you gotta if you're working somewhere like network with people or just go to different events. Like if you don't want a man that's always at the club, don't go to the club trying to meet men.
facts.
Like I always tell people, go do things that you're interested in. Like I like sports. I'm gonna always be at sports places. So I didn't meet my husband. I met my husband, you know, at my job. But just I'm just telling people like do things that you like to do and put energy into you and then the people that you need to meet will be there along the way. But when you're searching for stuff and you're not really putting energy into yourself, you're not gonna meet the right man. And that's why a lot of them meet DL men because they're so desperate. And when you're desperate, those type of men can smell that out. Because like I always tell women, you have these men that are literally just throwing reels out to all of these different women. Some women are gonna have enough confidence and enough self-respect to be like, he's not no, like he ain't got nothing going on. I'm not giving him a chance. But you're gonna have some women that are gonna be desperate or man censored that all he gotta do is look a certain way and he's gonna get everything that they have.
Shit, that's a lot of these niggas on Instagram.
That's why I say you got to get off the internet. Like, think about it.
Yeah, that's
Again, you have to get off the internet. Like, I think to even do what we're doing, I don't think no straight man is gonna just want to be up in front of a camera interacting. Like all of these men sitting in the car together. Why is it five men sitting on the bed? It would be no reason. Like, why do
all
five
hunched up in the
men?
car, all hunched up in the bed, all hunched
Uh,
up in the hotel
And it's
room.
always men. It's never, and then they're rating women. Like, what men? And they be so old. Like, why? And not even age, but it's just like at a certain age, I've never been into the whole rating people, but it's like, are we 18? Why are you a 30-year-old man rating 18-year-old women?
Bro, they be 40 plus.
And I mean, I wanted to say that, but I'm like, I don't want to
They,
just, but
they
to
be
me,
40
that
plus.
just shows you don't get women. So at that point, you're desperate, you're thirsty, and I think when a man is desperate and thirsty, he's gonna go for anything. That's why you have those men that be like, "Oh, I don't turn down nothing." Right? You don't turn down anything, whether it's the man, a woman, or whatever. They're gonna hit whatever they because a lot of men. That's why I tell women they don't realize men can only have sex with women that allow them. Women have way more options than men. It because the standards for women, first of all, most women you have to be 6 foot. So a
Yep.
lot of men are already eliminated.
Off rip. Off rip. True.
So I'd be like, women don't realize how much power they have. That's why there's a lot of things like OnlyFans and other things where men have to pay for it because they can't get women. Because imagine you mean to tell me you can't get a woman to the point that you have to pay somebody to sleep with you. But women don't realize that though. So that's why I always tell them like, just hold the sex. That's out there. Most men only see women as sexual objects. Like, and let's just go into this real quick because Cooking with Kaya recently said that a man or somebody told her to get on OnlyFans, she would make $2 million probably in the first day. I know that DDG told her that. But I
Wow.
was like, even with Ruby, like, if you see, he pushed all of these women to sell themselves because if he could have a pussy and be a woman, he would be selling it. He would be selling it. And these are the type of men that the women are going after, like, oh, he's so sweet. No man that's so sweet is gonna push you to sell your body. He's
That
gonna
part.
push you to respect yourself because he
That part.
respects you. But he doesn't respect women, so of course he's gonna push them to do all of these harsh things. And that's why I always say, like, black men don't even realize that the white supremacy that they're always think they're fighting, they're literally feeding into it. Like they're always saying, "Oh, the CIA sent me," and it's like y'all are doing the shit that the CIA actually set up for you. Like I'm highly educated. I actually help minorities. I actually do things. Like people think I just sit on social media, but that's just to go back to like black men and their character because I want to specifically just say black men and just men in general. Because I think black men set the tone. And I think a lot of men follow what we're doing.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Let me let you talk about that. Your community work. Tell the
Yeah.
people that there's more to you than just this. Let you get into that.
Yeah. So before I just finished with my job, I worked in financial aid for almost 10 years, 9.5 years.
Oh,
So pretty much with me, like I help minorities because that's usually who's getting financial aid, but just completing the FAFSA and getting through that whole process because that's what keeps a lot of people from, being able to progress. Because for me, I've always been kind of like pushing that whole education thing because I feel like that's why a lot of people are ignorant. They don't have knowledge. And it's like our ancestors and people before us, because when I say ancestors, like I'm saying like when we integrated 75 years ago, people had to fight for us to be educated. And now people want to be entertainers and in these fields where it's so slim to none that they will ever be there that it's ridiculous
it's a
and they
fact.
just they're just chasing something. So for me, I always say like a lot of these men have been conquered by men because they're chasing after something that's not obtainable. They're chasing after money that isn't even real. Money isn't even backed by anything anymore. So that's why I always tell people like you're literally chasing something that's non-existent. Like they gave you this dream to chase to keep you distracted from the truth. So I just help people get to the truth, which is through helping educate them because that's my part. Like I'm in finance. I have a BA, I have an MBA. I'm gonna eventually have a DBA once I get done with that. So for me, I help people in that scheme or whether they're doing taxes. I used to do grant writing. I worked for Emory University for a little bit. So that's one of the top research university hospitals in the world. So
Sir. Yes,
when it
sir.
comes to managing money, like I was managing billions of dollars or helping to manage. So I help people as far as the business and just finances because for me, growing up in like a small town and kind of coming from a place where that wasn't taught, I knew about credit. Like that's the only thing. Keep your credit good, pay your bills on time. But as far as like
Great.
financial freedom and investing in portfolios and 401k, like I had to figure all of that out. And I just wanted to help other people because I do feel like, especially in the black community, that's something that we don't have a lot of. Like people don't know financial literacy. That's why you see them on here. They wear their money, or you'll see
Mm-hmm.
them with chains, and it's just like, listen, that's not me. I don't care about that because I've had all of that stuff and I lost it all. So I
Do,
learned early that
do you
it
know how
doesn't
bad I
belong.
get talked about because I wear Walmart and Target clothes? Do you know how bad I get talked? And like I tell them, when I can afford that other shit, then I'll get that shit. In the
Yeah,
meantime,
but
Target,
it's
Walmart gonna
yeah.
be me.
But even, I mean, I could afford it. I don't even think it's about affording it. It's just about they're only wearing it to have a certain aesthetic or to please other people. Like, why would you spend all of that money? Half of them, why not be investing in houses or investing in something like precious minerals or things where all of that stuff, if everything was to shut down today, those designer clothes aren't gonna get them anywhere. So I think that a lot of them are just worried about their own things, which is okay because that's what the media is here for. It's here to, like I just said, sell a dream to people because it keeps them in this constant state of mind where they think again something is obtainable. How are you going to be a professional athlete and it's literally only so many like slots anyway. So you already got to be above average or the best out of everybody. It's like no, you need to focus on a different career.
It's a storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.